problem is I fell asleep. I fell asleep.
When did you do CPR?
This morning, when I found him.
Before you called?
Yes!
It's 1 o'clock right now.
I tried. I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30ish, whatever. So I came downstairs, and I was like, oh, he's in the suitcase still. And that's when I found him, and I took him out. I tried doing CPR, and then I called him, and then I called you guys.
So you were playing, and who zipped him up?
I did, but then I fell asleep.
Okay, you're okay. I wasn't here. I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
I fell asleep, so I don't know if he suffocated or like had an aneurysm or a heart attack or what.
What kind of medical conditions does he have?
None that I know of.
Nothing that you know of.
None that I know of.
Did you take any medicine last night?
No.
Medicine.
All we had was a bottle of wine. Literally, just a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Doing puzzle artwork. Then we decided to play hide and seek. That's all that happened.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. Sarah Boone is due back in court this morning. I'm going to post this video and then I'll do the update because I don't think it's going to be much of an update. And I'm going to tell you why. For those that were not familiar with the case, put that little intro on there with some of the body cam. The bottom line is she was drinking wine out of the bottle, apparently, or whatever, with her boyfriend, George Torres. And they were playing puzzles, doing art, whatever. And they decided to play hide and go seek. And somehow George ended up in the suitcase. And she zipped him up in there. And she went to bed. Forgot all about him. That's her story. But we found out during the interrogation, she had made a couple little videos where she was cursing him out and telling him F you and what have you. So, yeah, she has been in jail since right before the pandemic. This particular body cam was on 2/24/2020. So she was arrested, I believe, in March of 2020. So, yeah, she has been in jail since the early part of 2020. And for those that are not familiar, she's on her 7th attorney, court appointed. And hopefully his attorney is the one. She's had a lot of issues regarding they don't work well together. Her last attorney, they completely butted heads. She and Bankowitz, that was his name. They basically, the bottom line is I think they basically disliked each other very, very much. And as of this point, not only is there a new attorney, but like I said in the previous video, there is a new judge. I think the new judge is due to, possibly rotation from what I heard. But irregardless, there is a new judge on the case. He will likely be the one that's hearing the pre-trial here in Orange County, Florida. Because this is a state that I'm in, so this is a local case to me. She is, at this right now, they have it set for a January 29th start to her trial. That's not going to happen. Let's go over, there is a continuance that was filed with the court, and I'm going to go over that. So, this is the continuance. It was actually filed on 1/12, that would have been Friday. And I'm pretty sure that judge is going to go for it because remember in the last video we talked about how they were trying to get money for experts. So there's a lot going on. So again, this is State of Florida versus Sarah Boone. This is a motion to continue waiver of presence. Comes now the accused Sarah Boone by and through the undersigned attorney pursuant to Florida Rule of Criminal Procedure 3.190F and moves this court to enter order granting continuance and waiver of presence in the above styled cause. As grounds in support of this motion, the accused states that 1. That trial in this cause is set to be heard in the trial period starting on January 29th, 2024. The pre-trial conference is scheduled for January 16th, 2024. That is today. 2. That additional time is needed in order to prepare this case for trial. Counsel is still reviewing extensive discovery in this case and is also seeking appointment of expert or experts. This court has approved costs for a private investigator. So she does now have a private investigator that's being paid for by the court, which would be with our tax dollars, including mine, considering that this is my county and state. The tasks to be accomplished in preparation for trial cannot be concluded by the now scheduled trial date. 3. Speedy trial has been waived. Yes, she waived that a while ago. I don't know why they jumped to number 5, but it says the state attorney has been notified that counsel will be filing this motion and has no objection. Wherefore, the accused moves this court to enter its order granting a continuance of 3 dockets in the above style cause and waiver of presence of the accused and counsel, and is assigned by her current attorney, Winston Hobson. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a trial anytime soon. This is like, gosh, I can't even count. I'd have to look it up. This is the 10th zillion continuance or moving out between lawyers, pushing this case out, between the pandemic, which was at the beginning of this entire situation. But I'm sure Sarah's all for it, because if she doesn't have these experts that she needs, she doesn't have Mr. Hobson taking care of looking through all the discovery and giving her the best defense possible. Yeah, otherwise it's not going to work. So maybe we'll get a trial by summer or fall. I don't know. But we're definitely not going to have a trial this month. I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's going to be for a few months. Hopefully it's this year, because I don't foresee him needing that long, but I don't know. He said extensive discovery. I'm not sure how extensive discovery is for Sarah Boone's case. But of course we don't know. And, Bankowitz never mentioned discovery in any of their stuff, but they were also having constant arguments, and she was writing lots of letters to the court, and we haven't seen any letters lately. So maybe she likes this new attorney. Fingers crossed and all that. So that's pretty much, like I said, I think what's going to happen today. Again, I'm not a lawyer, and I don't play one on TV or on YouTube, but I think we're just going to see the judge say he approves the continuance. That's my guess. And they're going to have to get that hearing scheduled to approve her expert that wants to, like we spoke of in the last video. So that's, I think, what the next steps are going to be. I will post an update in the community tab on this case. But if something crazy big happens, I will do an extra video just on that, a separate video. I don't want to say extra video on this particular case. But again, I foresee us not really getting a new trial date just yet. And maybe June, July, August, if we're lucky. But what do you guys think? Let me know again. Let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And I will continue to update you guys on this one as we get the updates. And also today, Adam Montgomery is due in court for his final pretrial hearing in the murder of Harmony Montgomery. And hopefully everything will go pretty smoothly on that, and we can proceed to trial on February 6th. Now, this is a article out of the New Hampshire Union Leader, and it brings some information from the defense that I hadn't heard of at this point. We may be hearing more about it today during the final pretrial hearing. Remember, they are fighting to have, Kayla's testimony. They're fighting it per my last video. They don't want the video of him, the body cam, and they don't want Kayla to be testifying, because, of spousal privilege and all that garbage. which is true. It's there, but, I don't know how New Hampshire works. They go on to say lawyers for Adam Montgomery, accused of murdering his daughter Harmony in 2019, say police have downplayed the role his now estranged wife played in disposing of the little girl's remains months after her death. So they're saying Kayla had a lot more to do with it. And I think they're not wrong because she got that whole proffer. So they're not really wrong, in my opinion. Now, in a court filing, public defenders Carolyn Smith and James Brooks, that would be the new lawyer that she's working with, say a police affidavit by a Manchester detective portrays Kayla Montgomery as a, quote, passive and innocent bystander to Adam Montgomery's efforts to dispose of his daughter's corpse inside an apartment at 644 Union Street in February 2020. Yeah, she's not an innocent bystander. We all know that she's not. She describes some of her acts, and I believe that's not even all of it. Rather than being a passive and innocent bystander, Kayla actively assisted with the manipulation of Harmony's remains, and as such knew full well no saw, blade, grinder, or battery was used, the defense wrote. So this is what they're arguing. They don't want those Home Depot purchases in. They're like, no, Kayla knew they weren't used, so we need to toss that. The defense wants to block evidence from being presented at trial that links Montgomery to the purchase of 80 pounds of lime, a diamond blade, and a power grinder from 2 different Home Depot stores. Yeah, they are hoping that they can convince the judge on that. They might be able to do it. If out of everything that they're fighting, if this is the one thing, maybe. I think this may be the one thing if they throw out won't be a huge issue for the state. Adam Montgomery, 33, is set to face a jury in early February, which is February 6th, on a second-degree murder charge, as well as charges of abuse of a corpse, falsification of evidence, as well as witness tampering. Jury selection is scheduled to start February 6th in Hillsborough County Superior Court in Manchester, and the trial is expected to last a month. I think it'll last more than a month, but again, that's my opinion. Adam Montgomery is accused of killing 5-year-old Harmony by repeatedly striking her in the head with a closed fist on December 7th, 2019. Yeah, that's when the family was living out of their car. Now, the attorneys for Adam, Smith, and Brooks say Kayla is the only witness to the alleged tampering with Harmony's remains. That would be correct. They got that right. Police reports say she was unaware whether Montgomery used tools, having left the bathroom because she couldn't deal with what he was doing. Kayla Montgomery denied seeing Adam with any tools during 3 different interviews with police, the defense is stating. Yeah, so see, I think they may have a good argument on this tool motion that they filed to get this Home Depot stuff tossed. In a June 23rd, 2020 interview with police, Kayla Montgomery said she was present at the Union Street bathroom for most of the tampering process, according to the defense filing. Yeah, remember when I went over that? And if you don't, I will link to my Harmony's playlist. I did go through the entire affidavit. I don't know how I did it. Looking back, it is very, very disturbing. So major, major trigger warning, folks, on the affidavit. Indeed, Kayla declared that she assisted in tampering with Harmony's remains, including the removal of clothing. According to the affidavit, Kayla said that Adam had the shower running and she was unable to see or hear what he was doing during the process. Looks like the lawyer for Kayla, Paul Garrity, did not return an email and phone calls. I guess they were trying to check with him. Yeah, he's not going to say anything. Come on, y'all. Prosecutors say Adam withdrew $500 in cash from an ATM near Home Depot on the same day the purchases were made, with $400 cash, but video surveillance from that day has since been destroyed. Yeah, that hurts the state. Really, it does. The purchases provide circumstantial evidence establishing Kayla Montgomery's credibility that the defendant obtained the items in lime during the relevant 3-day time period that he then used to further destroy or alter Harmony's corpse with criminal purpose, per the state. Now, the defense points out that Adam could have used the $500 to buy drugs or an AK-47 that he purchased while living on Union Street. yeah, he didn't do that. They know that he did purchase all this crap, but they have a good argument, in my opinion. So this one here, Carolyn and her new code, they have an argument, I think. Now, during a 4-day trial in June, a jury found Adam Montgomery guilty of stealing an AR-15 rifle and a 12-gauge shotgun from the Russell Street home of a friend in early fall 2019. Judge Amy Messer sentenced him to a minimum of 32 years in state prison. Kayla, who testified against her estranged husband, is serving an 18-month prison sentence on perjury charges. That's because of the proffer. She has to complete her testimony at this murder trial to fulfill all of her agreements on those in the proffer rather. In early 2022, police announced that Harmony hadn't been seen in 2 years, which prompted months of concern and searches in the Manchester area until authorities announced last October that she had been murdered. And they're just telling us that the final pretrial is today, Tuesday, and Kayla is expected to be one of the key witnesses in the trial, which we already knew. I think that they're going to hear a lot of motions today in that courtroom. Like I said, the body cam, which we talked about in the last video, and this whole Home Depot purchases with the ATM of the $500. And then, of course, they're still trying to get Kayla's testimony thrown out. So, out of these arguments, I think the Home Depot purchases may have some merit. I'm hoping that the judge throws all of their motions out, like I said before, but they have something, it sounds like Carolyn Smith, his lead attorney there. She's a smart cookie. I mean, she's not a new lawyer by any means. So she's not gonna, get out there without a fight. So I guess we're gonna see today, and I will definitely keep you guys updated, because this one is definitely going to require an update on what's going on in court. If the judge rules on the motions today. If she doesn't, once the judge does rule on those motions, I will let you guys know. But what do you think? Do you think that the judge is going to throw out the whole Home Depot purchases? Going to throw out the body cam? Or any of this stuff? Do you think any of it's going to be able to stay? Or do you think that the state's kind of got a flimsy proof on that? Like I said, it's circumstantial. And do you think that the defense has a good point, and the judge is going to take that in consideration and really consider it? But let me know in the comments. And again, I'm paying very high attention to this case, because it's all about getting justice for Harmony. And like I said, this week has more cases. These are just the 2 that are coming up this morning. There's hearings coming out, man. I'm telling you, 2024 is going to be a big, big year for some of these cases that we've been following, guys. And I'm going to do another video before Thursday. Thursday, there's a big hearing in the Delphi case. So a lot going on. But that's all I got for this one, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the day. And most of all, stay safe.